So this is a cone dribbling routine, and you'll need 8 to 10 cones or other objects like socks or anything else that you can move around. I recommend picking a few of these moves and doing them 3 times each around the cones or until you feel comfortable, and track your progress and have fun. For this move, you take 2 touches with the inside of your feet, alternating left and right. So it's left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, and keep on going. So this is the same thing as a previous move, except you only take 1 touch with each foot as you move through the cones. So it's left, right, left, right, left, right with a little hop in between. If you remove the hop altogether, it looks like this. So there's no step in between, it's just back and forth really quickly. So for this move, you drag the ball across your body through each set of cones, and you alternate left and right, and there is a little hop in between. So this is a toe touch dance. So it's basically like moving toe touches. So you alternate left and right feet as you move through the cones, and you take 2 touches in place, and then on your 3rd touch you move through the cones. So this is what it looks like. So this is a very similar move, but if you noticed in the last move, the 3rd touch was kind of at an angle as you move through the cones. This time, your 3rd touch will be a roll right through the cones, like in a straight line. So for this move, you use just your right foot, and you take 2 touches with the outside of your foot and 2 touches with the inside of your foot as you move through the cones. So the pattern is outside, outside, inside, inside, outside, outside, and then you continue. This is the same exact thing, except you only take 1 touch with the outside and 1 touch with the inside as you move through the cones. So now we're back to the 2 touch in-outs, but this time we're using our left foot, and note that the second time you touch it with the inside and the second time you touch it with the outside, it's kind of like a trap to your previous touch. You really want to get the pace off the ball. So again, this is the same thing as a previous move, except it's only 1 touch inside and 1 touch outside. So this time we're going to be using both feet as we move through the cones, and you take a touch outside and inside with your left, and then outside and inside with your right. So think outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. For this move, you're just going to use the outside of your feet, but you alternate feet. So it goes left, right, and notice how I take a few steps in between my touches. So this move may look complicated at first, but what you're doing is with one of your feet, you're going outside, inside, outside, and as you take that outside touch, you're going to scissor over the ball with that same foot, but then you repeat the pattern again with the opposite foot, so you alternate feet. So this move is kind of similar, except you lose the first 2 touches before you take the outside of your foot and scissor. So it's just the outside of your right scissor, outside of your left scissor. If you found the previous move a little tricky, then this might be better to start out with. So you just take 2 touches with the outside before scissoring instead of 1 touch. So 2 touches with the outside of your left, scissor, 2 touch with the outside of your right, and scissor. So for this move, you actually go backwards through the cones, and what you do is the first touch is with the sole of your foot, the second touch with the inside of your foot, alternating feet as you pull back through the cones. This move consists of doing a Cruyff behind your legs with one foot and then taking a touch with the outside of your opposite foot through the cones. So Cruyff left, touch right, Cruyff right, touch left, and you continue.
Don't care what the DJ chooses, get lost in the rhythm of me. Place don't close until we wanna leave it.
So this is the same thing, except you only take that one touch as you do a Cruyff. You don't take that second touch to push it with the outside of your foot.
Let's pretend we're dancing in the street in Barcelona.
For this move, your left foot will always be pulling the ball forward and backward, and your right foot will always be dragging the ball across as you move through the cones. It's helpful if you say to yourself, push drag, pull drag. This is the same movement except going the other way, so your right foot's going to be dragging it up and down, and your left foot this time is going to be dragging it across. So for this move, you take 2 touches to drag the ball behind your other leg, and then with the foot that you're dragging it behind, that's the foot that's going to push the ball outside. As you do this, you also alternate feet each time. So this is the same thing, except you lose that touch with the outside of your foot. So it's just pull and push behind that leg, alternating feet.
Barcelona. Oh, Barcelona.
So this move really works on opening your hips. So with one foot, you're going to drag it from the opposite side with the sole of your foot, then push it forward through the cones, and you alternate feet as you do this, and notice that I have a little hop in my step. This may seem a little tricky at first, but how this works is if you start on your right side, you take 2 foundation touches, starting with your right foot, and then you roll the ball across with your right foot, and then behind the right foot, you're going to tap it with your left foot so that it goes through the cones at an angle. And then you repeat on the opposite side. So make sure you alternate feet and really give room so that touch behind the ball can go where you want it. For this move, you're going to have it on your right foot your whole time, but your left foot is going to be involved. So what you do is you take a touch with the outside of your right foot through the cones, and then right after you do that, step over with your left foot. Then the next touch will be a touch inside through the cones. And notice how I have a hop in between my steps to make it easier and to get the technique right. This is the same exact thing, except with your left foot. So you're just going to be on your left foot. So again, a touch outside, step over right, then a touch inside, and then you repeat. As you get comfortable with these drills and you feel like you have the technique down, you can either try moving the cones closer or getting your head up, as I'm doing here, and also increasing speed is very important too.